Well, this is the final session of week 6 in our course, The Sevenfold Spirit of God, His Presence and Power Among His People. And in this session, we want to just focus on what it means to live in the power of the Spirit of Counsel. One writer said this about the Spirit of Counsel. He said, "Understand, this is not counsel just for one specific circumstance, not counsel that comes on a case-by-case basis. Rather, this is a continual wellspring of counsel. The Spirit of Counsel is an unending cloud of direction that lingers over you. It's like the cloud that led the Israelites in the desert. This is friendly counsel, and it sits on you both day and night." What a great paragraph that is. Consider these passages that speak of the safety and the comfort of God's promise to guide you by the Spirit of Counsel. The counsel of the Lord is given freely to us with a view toward a marvelous, a glorious eternity. Psalm 73, verse 24. "You will guide me with your counsel, and afterward receive me to glory." You see, he talks about how saying, "I will lead you step by step." Imagine yourself driving on a windy mountain road, and there's danger. Sometimes the guardrails aren't in place very well, and sometimes the road is narrow, and it's hard to see around the corner, and you're not really sure what's coming in that path. But imagine that there's a person with a drone that's flying above you, about 100 feet above you, and has the ability to see around the curves, and has the ability to communicate to you about what is coming, how to steer your vehicle, what kind of decisions to make, how fast to go, when to slow down, when to stop, when to rest, when to go. The Spirit of Counsel is like that. He's within us and above us, and like the writer said, hovering over us, delighting to give us direction. He will guide us with His counsel, and then at the end of the journey, receives us into the glory of His presence. What a great promise that is. There's great comfort in realizing that God leads and guides us with a watchful eye for the sake of His own name. I love this passage, Psalm 32, verse 8. "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you." And that word there, guide, is counsel. It's the same word. "I will guide you with my eye." He will watch. He will guide us in the way that we should go. I love that. He will teach us in that kind of way. It's a grateful thing that we can approach it this way. Psalm 31, verse 3. Psalm 31, verse 3 says, "You are my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for your name's sake, lead me and guide me." Isn't that an amazing promise? For your name's sake, Lord. He's saying for the sake of my own character, to keep my promises. I'm a promise-keeping God. I'm a God who is faithful to my word, and I have made a promise. Surely, this was the promise to Abraham, surely, blessing, I will bless you. He said to David, I'm going to give you sure mercies. And through the prophet Isaiah, he says to us, I will bless you with the sure mercies of David. And so he says, for the sake of my own name, I have to keep my word. I'm going to keep my promises to you. I will guide you, and I will receive you to myself. For your name's sake, Lord, lead me and guide me. Job 29. He's lamenting the current condition because he's still under that pressure of the difficult circumstances that Job is living in. And he says, oh, that I were as in the days when God watched over me, when his lamp shone upon my head, and when by his light I walked through the darkness, when the friendly counsel of God was over my tent. Oh, that's a beautiful phrase. The friendly counsel of God over our tent. Here's what the promise of the Lord is. I will be with you. I will guide you at all times. Sometimes it may not seem to you like I'm nearby, because I want you to be able to make choices. I want you to choose to pursue me when the circumstances don't seem very conducive to that. I want to know, is it your choice to love me and to follow me and to trust me in a dark season like Job was in? Job's decision, Job's choice was to trust the Lord's goodness. Jesus' choice, under the pressure of the resistance of the evil one, was to trust the Father. In the same kind of way, there may come situations sometimes in our life where it seems like the Lord's counsel is far away, His presence is far away. But the fact of the matter is, He's watching, He's observing, and He is leading us into the very pathway that will lead to our perfection and our wholeness in His presence. Remember, the fruit of this whole process is intimate friendship with God. God's friendly counsel over your tent, abiding with us. I love that. His promises, continual guidance as we walk in a relationship of obedience with the Holy Spirit. Isaiah 58 verse 11 says this, "The Lord will guide you continually," and that same word there is there, "and satisfy your soul in drought. Strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters do not fail." This is the impact of walking in relationship with this Spirit of counsel. He will guide you continually. Then Jesus names the Holy Spirit the Spirit of truth. And this Spirit of truth hears and knows the Father's voice and gives us guidance in line with what the Father says, the Father's will and purpose. John 16 verse 13 says this, "When He, the Spirit of truth, has come, He will guide you. He will counsel you." He is the counselor. He is the Spirit of counsel. He will guide you into all truth. For He will not speak on His own authority, but whatever He hears, He will speak, and He will tell you of the things to come. Beloved, we have such an amazing promise. The Spirit of counsel, living within us, residing within us, that we might come to know Him, that we might trust Him and follow Him. As we end this session, write down some of the things, a list of situations, circumstances in which you need the counsel of the Lord, the guidance and the counsel of the Holy Spirit. Give thanks to Him as He promises to lead you. Give thanks for that and ask Him for more. Thank Him for how He has led you in the past and ask Him for more. And watch how He leads you by His word in that context of friendship with Him. And consider how comforting it is to know that we can live each day depending on the Spirit of counsel to lead us according to the Father's perspective. What a great promise. What a comforting reality to know that this Spirit of counsel is upon us and with us without ceasing. God bless you. We'll see you in the next sessions.